someone converts his religion from Islam to other religions, why isn't allowed? Okay? To answer this question, it's simple. You just read the Quran. In Surah An-Nisa, chapter number 4, verse number 137, Allah the Almighty said, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا ثُمَّ كَفَرُوا ثُمَّ آمَنُوا ثُمَّ كَفَرُوا ثُمَّ ازْدَادُوا كُفْرًا لَمْ يَكُنِ اللَّهُ لِيَغْفِرَ لَهُمْ وَلَا لِيَهْدِيَهُمْ سَبِيلًا. Which means those who have believed, then disbelieved, then they believed, then they disbelieved, then they exceeded the limit in their disbelief. Allah will never forgive them, nor will He ever guide them. And He followed that by saying, بَشِّرِ الْمُنَافِقِينَ بِأَنَّ لَهُمْ عَذَابًا أَلِيمًا, because those people weren't sincere. Those people happen to be hypocrites. Why? Those people, from the beginning, no one have ever forced them to accept Islam. Their motive could be anything. Could be sincerity, because they truly believed in Allah and in the last day, and they liked what they heard. Abdullah ibn Salam was a former Jewish rabbi, and many others, Jewish rabbis, Christian priests, in the past, in the present, and it will continue to happen in the future. When they hear the word of Allah, they accept faith and they struggle for the sake of Allah, fine. But there are some people who try to infiltrate Muslims and pretend to accept Islam, and they're playing gimmicks, whether for the purpose of marrying a Muslim woman or for the purpose of getting a job in certain areas, or whatever reason. And that's why when their duty is fulfilled and their need is achieved and fulfilled, they convert. So Allah the Almighty says He will never forgive them, nor will He ever guide them. They were playing games. From the very beginning, Allah the Almighty says, لا إكراه في الدين قد تبين الرشد من الغي فما يكفر بالطاغوت ويؤمن بالله فقد استمسك بالعروة الوثقى لا انفصام لها والله سميع عليم. Surah Al-Baqarah. لا إكراه في الدين, which means there should not be any compulsion in religion. Did you ever hear that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, forced anyone to accept Islam? No, it never happened. Okay? Is there any command that says that we should force people to accept Islam? No, there is no such command. The Khulafa used to have servants who are non-Muslims, even slaves who are non-Muslims. They chose not to be Muslims. This is their choice, because it's a matter of conviction. If you're not convinced, there is no benefit of pretending to be Muslim, because it is not something that you do it once and you sleep on it. No, it's something that once you declare the oneness of Allah, you start working on it. Bearing the testimony of the oneness of Allah will be followed by iqamatul salah, by ita'ul zakah, by fulfilling the commands of Allah, by abstaining from what Allah has forbidden. It's a daily routine, daily activities that you do on regular basis. It's not something that you say once and forget about it. No. So that's why Allah the Almighty have forbidden that any person abandons their religion. And whoever does so, Allah the Almighty is angry with them and will never forgive them their sin. As He also mentioned in the same surah, إِنَّ اللَّهَ لَا يَغْفِرُ أَن يُشْرَكَ بِهِ وَيَغْفِرُ مَا دُونَ ذَلِكَ لِمَن يَشَاءُ. Allah never forgives associating partners to Him in worship, but He forgives otherwise any other sin for whomever He wills. If the person from the beginning chose to accept Islam because he truly believed in it, he will never convert back because he was convinced. Also, if the person has some doubts, misconceptions, it is his right or her right upon the Muslim state to refute those misconceptions and to lift the fog to explain to him or to her the truth. But if they were sincere, if they inquire about that. But the fact of the matter that at the time of the Prophet, peace be upon him, and the Quran recorded that some Jews said, well, there's a very interesting way to infiltrate the Muslim community and cause a breach amongst them. So what did they do? They said, آمنوا بالذي أنزل على الذين آمنوا وجه النهار واكفروا آخره لعلهم يرجعون. Look at the plot. And the plot was exposed by the Quran. Allah the Almighty informed Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, how those people plotted to accept Islam, not because they were convinced, rather it's a trick. And then when they make it public that they've accepted Islam, they would also come public again and they declare to everyone, oh, well, we just realized that this man is not telling the truth. And his book is not the Quran, is not from Allah. We have the knowledge of the book. And when we accepted Islam because we thought he is a true messenger, we just realized that he is faking it. So the main purpose for them to accept Islam was to cause a chaos and fitna amongst Muslims. That's why Allah the Almighty put a stop to that and put a punishment for those who will play games when it comes to faith. From the beginning, it's up to you. فَمَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيُؤْمِنْ وَمَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيَكْفُرْ. If you believe, it's your call. If you disbelieve, it's your call likewise.